Hey guys, Legendary Vodnik here. I recently heard some good advice, and it goes something like this. Instead of making content, document. So it's like, instead of taking time to make fresh content for like your YouTube channel or whatever, it takes a lot of time. Instead, just make a simple version of content where you just document what you're working on already and keep people up to date with what's going on. Because I don't like to be in radio silence for too long. I don't like to keep my fans in the dark, not knowing what's going on. Because trust me, if it was up to me, then I'd be releasing stuff more often. And there is a lot of stuff being worked on, a lot of stuff that's going on that really hasn't been mentioned recently. And that's the whole purpose of this vlog. This is episode 4 of the vlog. So, trying to keep you guys in the loop and tell you what's going on. I could tell you it's been a really productive winter. I said that I had goals to meet, and I worked my ass off all winter so that I could meet those goals. And I've almost reached all of them. Got a little bit to go, but the big one is out of the way. First thing I had on my list of priorities was the new Control album. The third one, where it's featuring a slightly different lineup, but it has the 3 original members, myself, the bass player Cody, and our guitar player Jose. We haven't really revealed who our new vocalist and drummer are yet, but what I could tell you at this point is that we have a new album completely written, and it's over an hour long, which is basically the length of our first 2 albums combined. All the guitars, bass, drums, keyboards, samples, all of that stuff is written. The lyrics are written too, but we still gotta record vocals. And that's what's kind of stopping us right now from being able to wrap things up, but production has already started for the instrumental version. As you know, when you're living with other people in the same house, roommates, the walls are kind of thin, and when we track vocals, they are extremely loud. So, trying to find a comfortable environment so that we can focus on it and go all out and get it done. But things kind of keep popping up here and there, getting in the way, so we haven't really been able to get some time in that sort of environment at this point. So as a result, I've decided to kind of hold off on doing the vocals at this point. We've already got the instrumentals done, and those are getting worked on as we speak. But we're going to wait a little bit until we're in more of a comfortable position to get the vocals done the way that is comfortable for us. In the meantime, I've shifted my focus now to the next Vodnik album. I've got a plan to release an 8-song album, and the last 2 songs for that album are already completed and actually already released. I'll reveal to you what those 2 songs are in just a moment, but I'd like to explain my plan, what's going on here. And if you stick around till the end of the video, then you'll get to know about this really interesting plan of mine. So, here's the basics about it. The album's going to be 8 songs long. 2 of them are already done and released. So that leaves 6 to go. So the last 2 songs on the album are both soft, acoustic songs. And those two songs are called Path in the Forest and A Long Way Home. You'll find them if you look through my Spotify. The other 6 songs, the first 6 songs on the album, are all heavy songs. And you'll notice if you search up those last 2 songs that they were released in 2012. And in order for me to achieve that, I had to do a bit of time traveling. This is how it ties in with the time traveler concept. So the fact of the matter is that all of these songs were actually written in 2012. And that's why they will be eventually released in 2012. But first, to take full advantage of all the benefits of the algorithm and having a new track and having it being released in this present day, that's the way it's going to be at first. Once this 8-track album is complete, it's going to be released in the future. And then, once all those goodies have come down the pipeline and once it's paid off to have it done that way, then eventually the time traveling kicks in and it gets sent to the past, and it will have been released in the past forevermore, because that's the way that it works with these streaming platforms and release distribution services, is you get to choose and change the day of the release as you see fit. Because if I tell them this was released in 2012, nobody's going to argue with me, because that's the way that time traveling works, at least when it comes to the internet. And I can also tell you that this isn't going to be the last time that I'm going to be doing that, because I still have a massive archive of unreleased material, stuff that I wrote in 2014, 2013, 2017, 2018, 2019, and I'm going to keep things real. I'm not going to say that this stuff is going to be permanently released in whatever year it wasn't intended to be released in. Though, like I said, to get the benefits of the algorithm, it'll be like that at first. But then, a few months later, it will be put into its respective spot via time travel. So that's the gist. That's the plan. The Control album's already pretty much done. Just gotta track the vocals. The Vodnik album should be done by the end of April. And then I will have met my goals for this winter. Might even have time to do a couple Rhombus songs, just like I said I would. That's the scoop, and wish me luck. If you want to know anything more, leave me a comment, ask. Be more than happy to respond. And it might still be a while till anything is actually released. But once it's done, there's going to be a lot. There is going to be a lot of stuff being released. Once it's finished, when it rains, it pours. Big things coming soon. No, seriously, big things coming soon. You'll see. Just be patient. Oh, one more thing. A bunch of people last year, they contributed to the Control GoFundMe. and pre-ordered our second album. That's still coming. But we've got a slightly different approach because first we wanted to just kind of bulk order 250, 500 copies of the album. But we never reached our goal to be able to do that, so we're going to scale it back. We've discovered a service where we can kind of just print on demand whatever quantity we want. Once we get the album art cases laid out and uploaded to this website, then we can order as few or as many as we want. And once we get a few of those going, then we'll just send out the copies to everyone who pre-ordered them, just like we promised, without having to make a huge investment and buy like 500 copies at the same time. Same thing goes for shirts. So we'll be able to do that a lot more realistically, at least at this point, with the amount of support that we're getting. So thank you, and keep a lookout for the new stuff. That's it for now. Catch you in the next update. Legendary Vodnik out.